Hey there, everybody. Game time is up and running. Glad you're with us here with the freshly shorn Hall of Famer, Isaiah Thomas. I'm Matt Weiner. All of Tuesday at Summer League from Vegas in just a bit. First up, Russell Westbrook's L.A. homecoming. A few days after a 5-team blockbuster trade sent Russ from the Wizards to his hometown, he did his first media session as a Laker and talked about his new partnership with LeBron James.
As you know, LeBron is one of the best players to play this game, and his ability to be able to kind of do everything on the floor allows me to be able to just figure it out. I'm coming to a championship caliber team, and my job is to make sure that I'm able to make his game easy for him, and I'll find ways to do that throughout the game. As it pertains to ball handling and all that, it really doesn't matter. There's many different ways you can impact the game without having the ball in your hands. And I've been able to do that for many years, and I will figure it out.
I know you grew up in LA watching the Lakers, going to the parades and stuff. You also had a really close relationship with Kobe Bryant. Did you have that in your head at all when this trade was coming together and in just these last couple of weeks since it's happened?
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't left my head. It's things that we've talked about, me and him, just the potential of me being able to be a Laker and understanding what that entails. It's just crazy to think about.
After 11 seasons with the Thunder, Westbrook will be playing for his 4th team in 4 seasons. Russ got off to a slow start in Washington last year as he dealt with a quad injury, wound up helping push the Wizards into the postseason and averaged a triple-double for the 4th time in his career. You know, Zeke, he's now a Laker where he'll team up with LeBron, Anthony Davis. The question for Westbrook has never been about talent or certainly explosive athleticism. That's all there. It's always fit. How good is the fit for him with the Lakers?
Matt, I really do think it's a great fit, and it's about timing. LeBron James is almost 37 and will be 37. So he's not the facilitator that he once was in terms of beating people off the dribble. Russ can break down the defense. He can help LeBron, in terms of transition, getting the ball up court. So LeBron can now move to that small forward position that he dominated a long time ago for time and for certain periods and times of the game. But, Westbrook, in terms of a homecoming for him, kid grew up in Los Angeles, went to UCLA, now getting a chance to play for the Lakers, his hometown team. I mean, this is storybook for Westbrook, and I'm sure he's going to make it happen.
Absolutely. And you touched on it a moment ago. I'm curious how you see this working because LeBron James was the point guard for the L.A. Lakers. Russell comes in. He's obviously not a floor spacer. That's the weak part of his game, shooting the ball. Do you envision this as a way to get LeBron off the ball more often and maybe off the court a little more often with Westbrook running the show?
100%. I mean, we saw when Rondo was there, how Rondo was able to take the ball out of LeBron's hands at certain periods of times and create for other people. Westbrook will be able to do similar things in terms of creating for other people. Remember, this is a guy that averages a triple-double. He's an unselfish player, so he's not coming in as a volume shooter. He's coming in also as a rebounder, a distributor, and a playmaker. And this is what the Lakers need right now. LeBron needs someone to help him get easy baskets because sometimes when you get older, you can't create those easy baskets for yourself. So Westbrook not only will help him, he'll help Davis. They'll always have 2 players out on the floor at the same time who are excellent facilitators and excellent ball players. So when you talk about Westbrook, Davis, or LeBron, Carmelo, you talk about LeBron, Davis. So those 4 guys, 2 or 3 of them will be out on the floor, at all times of the game, and that's a big advantage for the Lakers.
We saw Mike D'Antoni stagger Westbrook's minutes with James Harden in Houston. Frank Vogel, who just received a contract extension, seems likely to do the same thing with Russ, AD, and LeBron in L.A.